Islam belongs to God. And when we say Islam, it is just an Arabic word which has been Romanized into English. So the word Islam is not an English word. It is an Arabic word. So people kept using the word Islam, Islam, Islam to actually seem as if it is something which actually started in the 7th century.
So what is Islam?
Islam means submission. But the proper way to pronounce it is Al-Islam. Al-Islam means the submission. And when something has a specificity of a reference, it is telling you this particular thing has already been defined by whoever invented such.
You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the greatest, the tallest, and the mightiest African spiritual platform. I'm always Queen Hadasha. Call me Empress Makida. We are all over the world, but we are Africans. And the platform is purely African spirit. So I welcome you to another episode. You know my name, Dada. The Sun Goddess herself is seated. Today is a great day because we are going to talk about a very serious topic. What is your Islam? He didn't say what is Islam. What is your Islam? So it turns the whole topic, into something else. That's what we are actually going to discuss today with one of our own. I welcome you with lots of love. You know this, a love. But let's welcome our guest first, know who he is, and then we see what happens today. Papa, we welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you very much, Maame Grace.
Today is your first time on this biggest platform, so please pay obeisance to the followers. In fact, greet them. Introduce yourself to us. If there are any loved ones you want to send love to, is equally allowed. Before we come to your topic.
Okay, so I would say my greetings, peace and blessings to the viewers, and also those who support the teachings and the lectures I give online. This is Baba Shuaib, aka the correctional officer, who is actually based in Finland, but I'm a Ghanaian in the first place, and I'm an African. So I'm just here. I touched down in Ghana. I decided to actually contact Maame Grace, where I can touch on certain topics that has the kind of misconceptions that people are actually playing with. So I just need to touch on the necessary topic that people need to understand, that will make people understand the real concept of Islam. So we decided to choose the topic, what is your Islam, or what's your Islam, just to go in depth and give the people the right analysis on how to understand the main aspect of grasping Islam. So that is what brought me here.
Okay, we welcome you and we appreciate you seriously.
Thank you.
This is our guest for today, our own brother. What is your Islam? But let me ask this. You said you came from Finland. That's where you based, right?
Yeah, I'm based in Finland. Yes.
So looking at your worship or your fraternity or Islam in Finland and looking at Islam in Ghana, is there any difference?
When you say looking at Islam in Finland compared to Islam in Ghana, I will tell you emphatically that Finland doesn't have a version of Islam. Neither does Ghana has its own version of Islam, because Ghana is not an Islamic country. Neither is Finland. But the point is, Islam belongs to God. And when we say Islam, it is just an Arabic word which has been Romanized into English. So the word Islam is not an English word. It is an Arabic word. So people kept using the word Islam, Islam, Islam to actually seem as if it is something which actually started in the 7th century.
So what is Islam?
Islam means submission. But the proper way to pronounce it is Al-Islam. Al-Islam means the submission. And when something has a specificity of a reference, it is telling you this particular thing has already been defined by whoever invented such. So when we say the submission, it means since day one of mankind existence on earth, we have been submitting to the will of God. So that is the Islam.
So when you say God, which God?
Thank you. The creator of the heavens and the earth.
Which is?
Which is the one God who is neither begotten nor does he beget. He has no equals.
Yes, no equals.
No equal.
Which is
you can't
what?
compare anyone. For instance, if you say God is a human being, a human can be compared to another human. If you say God is an angel or a gene or you name it, whatever is within the existence of creation, when you compare that to God, that thing cannot, or that entity cannot be God again. So when we say God, we are talking about the one who possesses everything, who
The
owns
supreme
everything.
being.
Supreme.
Wait, now you are saying that we don't have versions of Islam.
Yes.
In my country, Ghana, we have Shia, we have Sunnah, we have this, we have that, about 4 or 7 categories. But you are telling me we don't have versions. So where from that one?
Thank you. So, understanding religion in the first place. Religion is believing in a supernatural being who controls your destiny. That is faith. So you believe in what you have not seen, what you actually studied to know. You didn't see God. So now you believe God, in God. You have your faith because He created you. So now in the first place, God gave you a religion, the aspect of believing, having faith in Him, building a connection with Him. He says He did not create the man and the jinn except to serve Him. Quran chapter 51, verse 56. So when we say the versions of Islam, these are man-made concepts. The real concept God gave us is to submit to His will, not somebody's will. So I'm serving God. I'm the servant of God. I have to do what God instructs, not what somebody else is instructing. I can't be in a company where there's a boss and boss giving instructions. Then somebody else will come from the other side and say, come and follow my version of what your boss is telling you. So that becomes sectarianism. So that's where the sects evolved. So that's what you tag as the versions of Islam. There's only one version of Islam. Quran chapter 3 verse 19, God says, Inna dina inda Allahi Islam. The religion of the submission is what is with God. So the submission is only with God. So if you say there is a different version, Shia, Sunni, according to the Quran, they are mushriks. And when we say mushrik,
They are what?
Mushriks. Mm-hmm. And when we say mushrik, they are idol worshippers.
Huh?
Yes, I'm not joking. Emphatically, they are idol worshippers. Why? I'll explain. Quran chapter 42, verse 13 to verse 14. God has legislated for us the deen, and He told us not to be separated therein. It is the same deen given to Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad himself, peace be upon them. And God says it is difficult for the idol worshippers because they will not agree to that. So now, Quran chapter 42, verse 21, it says, Am lahum shuraka'un shara'u lahum min ad-din ma lam ya'zanu billah. He said, do they have idols or associates who have actually legislated for them of a religion to which God has not authorized? So if the authority has to come based on their religion, we have to find it in the book of authority, which is the Quran.
When you were talking, you said Africa is not Islamic country.
I said Ghana.
Ghana is not an Islamic country.
Thank you.
So what is Islam doing here with all these idol worshippers and cockroaches?
Thank you. I love the word when you say cockroaches, because cockroaches is actually used for a term for somebody who is, So when we say those versions that people have invented, remember we have Tijaniya, which is actually emanated from Africa here, Morocco, Senegal, that's the way it's emanated from into all this. We have Shia, which is coming from the Iran side and the Middle Eastern side. We have Sunni, which is also coming from the Middle Eastern zone. So you see, these are man-made concepts. Yes.
Those are the idol worshippers.
They are idol worshippers. When you go in the Quran, the word for the idol worshipper is mushrik. So when we say mushrik, is an idol worshipper, somebody who associates partners with God. Because according to them, you can never become a Muslim if you are not a Sunni Muslim, if you are not a Shia Muslim, if you are not Tijaniya. Each of them are proud. So God says, "Min allazina farraqu dinahum wa kanu shiyaha kullu hizbu bima ladayhi farihun." Quran chapter 30, verse 32. They have differentiated themselves into sects.
So which one is the original? I'm going to marry there. What is this?
Okay. Now,
which one is the original? Let me know now, because
we are going to tell you the original right now. And then when I say we, I mean God and me being a servant of God, bringing the evidence to you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So God speaks in the Quran, which is the book of God. Quran chapter 10, verse 37. God says this Quran cannot be invented by other than God. However, it is a confirmation of what was before it and an elaboration of the Al-Kitab, which is the book. There is no doubt therein. And it's coming from the Lord of the worlds. So if you are looking for the truth, God says, what is there after the truth, if not error? Quran chapter 10, verse 32. So you can only find the truth from God, nobody else, when it comes to the aspect of religion. So now you want to know the real version of Islam. The real version of Islam can be given to you by the boss, which is God, not anybody else. Prophet Muhammad didn't choose to be a Muslim. God chose him and gave him guidance. So Prophet Muhammad will not invent his version of Islam and say, I'm Sunni Muslim. It's impossible. And I dare any scholar in Ghana to find me for that. We can sit down and deliberate on that. There's no evidence.
The platform is open, don't worry.
Thank you. So now, coming back to you understanding the version of Islam God has given us is only one version. And I quoted Quran chapter 42, verse 13 to 14. God actually say it is the same religion which he has legislated for Abraham, for Moses, for Jesus, for Muhammad himself, peace be upon him, for Noah. And he asked us not to be separated therein. So where is the separation coming from? That's the question.
But if he gave it to Jesus, Noah, Moses, Abraham, and gave it to Muhammad himself, what makes him think he cannot give to another person? It transcended from people and got through to you.
Thank you.
And because of jealousy, you are blocking everybody's shine. Now it cannot go through to anybody.
Thank you. Okay. So now, he said the same religion. He didn't say, I gave different religion to Jesus.
And so the same religion is what I'm asking. Can't it transcend to other people?
When it transcends, the name doesn't have to change. If I tell you I gave you this book, and this
the name doesn't have to change.
No.
But Jesus was a Christian.
No, Jesus never brought a religion.
Abraham.
I challenge every Christian to come and show me where Jesus says,
Hey!
I brought a religion called Christianity, or where he says Jesus himself is a Christian, or he says Jesus ever followed a religion called Christianity.
But did he follow a religion called Islam?
So that's what I'm bringing you to. I said the religion is the submission. That is, you see, you use the word
so he
Islam.
Submitted to God.
Thank you. Just as it says in James chapter 4, verse 7, submit yourselves to God.
So right now, if I decide to submit myself to God without the 5 pillars of Islam, I'm still a Muslim. Is that what you are saying right now?
Without the acclaimed 5 pillars of Islam, not coming from God, right? So it is allegedly.
So you don't practice the 5 pillars?
Because it's not here.
Hey!
Maame Grace, if you tell me something is a pillar, this building, we have pillars, right? If I remove one pillar, I'm likely going to drop this house down because it's a pillar, right? Okay. When we go to Quran chapter 3, verse 96 to 97, the Hajj, the pilgrimage they do, God has given the pilgrimage, but he says, Man istata'a ilayhi sabila, whoever has the means to it. If it's a pillar, why is God putting a condition that whoever has the means? So if I don't have the means, how is it a pillar?
Hey! Hey, way!
Emphatically,
the 5 pillars is not there.
Explicitly. No, I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying it's not written that 5 pillars of Islam. I challenge any scholar. And this time, not only Ghana, the whole world, to come and show me where it says there are 5 pillars in Islam. And here are they. 1, 2, 3. Nowhere in the Quran. I just pointed to you the contradiction. So if you say Hajj is actually a pillar, why is the condition placed on that? It's an optional thing. So why is it a pillar? A pillar? It's not. So where did they get this legislation from? So I just quoted chapter 42, verse 21. Do they have idols who have legislated for them of a religion to which God has not authorized? If they say yes, let them bring their proof. Let's see.
When we call you to come and sit and dialogue with somebody and you don't come, I will personally chase you wherever you are.
They are scared of me.
That's what you think.
This is
Revelations platform.
I don't think. I know.
We are here.
Continue. I've seen the people who have been on your platform.
Oh, it's not everybody that you know that has been on this platform. There are scholars on the platform. You were on the platform watching. Same way some people are also watching. Today is your day. There are people who are also there as scholars who are watching but have not yet been on this platform, because this platform there.
Maame Grace, I've actually, to be honest, I appreciate your platform. You have a big platform. Kudos to you. I love your work, and I love your line of questioning. I've been on bigger platforms as well, internationally. Bigger platforms.
I don't know any bigger platform than this, so it's your problem.
Okay, I praise.
I'm trying to tell you is that listen. The reason why I'm saying that, I'm not even disputing that fact. Whether big or small, they all have their speciality, which is so beautiful. That is life. Yes. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the people on this platform, you were on this platform watching, but you have not been here yet.
Yes, exactly.
You are now here.
Exactly.
So you see the people that are on the platform you don't even know. That's what I'm saying. You were there, I didn't. It's
obvious.
Even.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is that when somebody call you to come and you don't come, so you just say you will come.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
Maame Grace, it will depend, actually. From my experience, the platforms I've been and people who call me, nobody has ever called me for a dialogue where I turn it down. But sometimes you need to look for a space and time, and it has to fit. I can't desperately say, okay,
it is you who keeps saying that you challenge every scholar.
I do.
So that's what I'm saying, that you are calling for them. So if they call you, don't come and tell me space and time.
No. Maame Grace,
you should have checked your space and time before calling them out.
No, I do have conditions. Remember, I also have a platform. So when I'm calling for a dialogue, for instance, I prefer one-on-one dialogues to somebody being a mediator who doesn't understand the potential of our debates.
Okay, you know people that have been on this platform, right?
Well, I know.
Can you give some of them that you will not sit with?
That
so
I
we
will
make
not
it,
sit
yes,
with.
because right now you are saying that you will not do it with. So let's know those who have been.
No, I'm not saying I'm not doing it to who or what. I'm just saying that they are, how will I say, there are criteria to a dialogue and a debate.
Exactly what I'm saying.
I've done debates. I'm just coming to a point. I've done debates, international debates. I've done with I can name a few if you want. I've done international debates with a scholar from Nigeria, a scholar from South Africa, and so on. But the point is, sometimes the rules and the structure doesn't favor one party. And I'll tell you honestly, I've never done a debate that I lost. No.
You are calling them out.
Yes,
so when we get to that bridge, we will cross it.
Yes.
When we get to that bridge, we will cross it.
Yes.
Right now, you have made a profound statement.
Yes.
That some of your colleagues are idol worshippers.
They are not my colleagues, by the way.
Are they not Muslims?
They are mushriks, I just told you.
Mushriks?
Yes.
You are telling us.
So how are they my colleagues? If I'm telling you they are not my colleagues.
So what are they to you?
They are mushriks to you.
Opponents?
Yeah, they are rivals, actually. They hate the concept of
should I use rivals?
They are rivals.
Okay, so you are rivals.
So that's why you're calling them out.
And that's what I'm saying. You've made a statement and even said the 5 pillars is not there. So now we want you to get it straight for us.
No, I'm saying you have not quoted.
You have quoted whatever is proving that these people are
idol worshippers.
Idol worshippers.
Yes.
You've quoted from the Bible.
Yeah,
so if anybody has a problem
from the Quran.
From the Quran. So if anybody has a problem, you have called them out.
Yes.
They can come and address.
Exactly.
But the 5 pillars that you are saying is not written there. That's what I want you to address.
Okay, let me read.
And also tell us the original, the Islam you are talking about.
Thank you. When I say 5 pillars, it is a concept they actually took chunks of what God says and adjusted them together and say 5 pillars. That's what I'm claiming. It is not there like that. You find Shahada. The Shahada you find is Quran chapter 3 verse 18. You have to bear witness that there is one God. That's it. There's no nothing like I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger. The moment you believe in the Quran, you already believe in Muhammad because he brought the Quran. So what you need to do is to bear witness there is God. That's where you come from. So you bear witness that there is God. That's number 1. Salat is in the Quran, but not the salat they are doing. The one they are doing is invented.
Which one are they doing?
They are doing the idol worship one.
Which one is that?
The 5 daily prayers. Yes.
It's not in the original side.
No, it's not here.
Hey, the 5 daily ones.
Here. Let's start with all the pillars. And I dare any scholar from Ghana watching. If they are man enough, let's go one by one from all the topics. Shahada, Salat, Zakat, Siyam, and Hajj. They say 5, right? I dare any scholar. We can go through the Quran. We start from the Shahada. They come and prove their Shahada if it's here. It's not there. You only find, I bear witness that there is only one God. End. Salat, the Salat which is here is not the same thing they are doing. There's 3 Salat here, they are doing 5. And there is no such thing as raka'at. When we say raka'at, the pushters, they do 17 times in a day. It's not here. You only find bowing down, prostrating. That's it. But you don't find where it says do 3, do 4, do 5. It doesn't exist here. We go to zakat, giving your alms in order to purify your soul, your sins, and so on. You find it here, but not the same concept of what they do. Theirs is taxation. They tax people. They will tell you, Maame Grace, your necklace, we have to sell it in order to take some money out of it. That's taxation. That is not charity. And again, the act of fasting is in the Quran, but not the same thing they are doing.
You said the one here, then you mentioned so we know.
The one here? I'm not only talking to Ghanaians because your program is international.
Because we will want to understand. So you will say zakat, this is what they do in the idol people do. This is what is in Quran. So people will learn.
Thank you. I told you the topic is what is your Islam. So it is their Islam I'm telling them about. What is your Islam? Then I'm comparing it to what God says.
So
here.
that is why I'm saying that. Example, the 5 prayers they are doing. And then you said it is 3 here.
Yes.
So now we know. You know, you are educating the public one.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, some of these people will be there. They don't know they are the wrong place. So if you
don't know. Yeah.
That's why you should explain it better. So if somebody has to run from somewhere, the person will run. So when you say, maybe they say red here, actually it's not red here. It's supposed to be blue. So we are able to get, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Now, I just showed you the concept of the Shahada. That's the bearing witness. You can also only bear witness of something you have seen, or somebody will say, have we seen God? Yeah, you came from God. You've seen him, but you just don't remember. Just like when a person is a baby. If they grow up and you tell them what happened, they don't remember. But it's actually happened. So Quran chapter 7 verse 172, God actually explicitly told us we bore witness before coming, that he is our Lord, before coming to the earth. So you can't go back, and he told us emphatically that you can't come back on the day of judgment and tell him that you are unaware. So that is the Shahada. That is why we do Shahada. But now you bearing witness that Muhammad is his messenger. You look at the word, Shahida. You bearing witness means you have actually witnessed it. So the question to them is, were they there when God actually chose Muhammad as a messenger? Who witnessed that? So Quran chapter 4 verse 79, it says, وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. He's telling the messenger that we have sent you as a messenger to mankind, and sufficient is God as a messenger. Is God as a witness, sorry. So if God is sufficient as a witness, what is your witness, bearing witness, needed to do? Again, nobody needs to. The Salat in the Quran is mentioned 3 times. We have Salat al-Fajr, and then Salat al-Isha, that is the evening Salat and the dawn Salat. Then we have Salat al-Wusta, which is in the middle, and not in the middle of the day. The daytime doesn't have any Salat. It is in the middle of the night. They concocted what we call Salat al-Zuhur, which is the noon Salat, middle of the day, and then Asr, and then Maghrib. You don't find this Salat in the Quran. You will never find where it says Salat al-Zuhur, Salat al-Asr, Salat al-Maghrib. I dare any scholar watching.
Hey, nowhere cool.
Then again, when we are done with the Salats, they said the Prophet went on a flying burqa, unicorn, to go and bring 50 negotiated Salats. Maame Grace, can you imagine? Negotiation. God said he doesn't put any burden on the people. According to the mushriks, they said Muhammad went and God says, go and tell your people to do 50 prayers. And yes, and when Muhammad was descending down, descending, he met dead Moses, because Moses was dead already. Osamai. And then this Osamai of Moses was telling him that go back, your people cannot do it. Maame Grace, please. Is it Moses who has to tell Muhammad that your people cannot do it? Or is it Muhammad himself who has to know his people? Or is it that God doesn't know that the people of Muhammad cannot do it?
It's in your condition to tell us. It's in your position to tell us.
But they are not my colleagues. So let me come back again. I'm telling you what the mushriks are doing. So now, according to this doctrine, they are actually insulting God, insulting his prophets. Yes. So Moses sent Muhammad. They say Muhammad is the best of all creation. But now Moses has to send the best of creation and tell him go back about 3 times.
Hey,
And Muhammad,
boy.
yes. And Muhammad went for negotiation. And then now it was reduced to 5. But to top it all, God in the Quran says his words does not change. But the God at Hadith, the words changes. Yeah, they change. So now the negotiation has changed to 5 prayers. And that is where they said, okay, now it's okay. And by the way, it wasn't okay because Moses said he should go back again. And he says now he's shy. He said he's shy. So that's why he couldn't go. So
Muhammad said he's shy.
Yeah, he's shy. And I can quote the number of the hadith. Hadith is Sahih al-Bukhari 349. People should write it down and check it for themselves. Sahih al-Bukhari 349. And guess what? It doesn't end there. When it was done, they said when the Prophet went to take the salat, the postures they do, it was only 2 raka'at. That is, the next hadith is 350. 2, which has to be 10. If that they are doing 5 salat in the day, it has to be 10. But this 10, all of a sudden, it changed to 17. If you ask them who changed it now, it becomes a problem. So, Maame Grace, that is with the salat. We go to the zakat, they do taxation. And guess what? They even wait for a year before they do the zakat. Whilst the zakat has to be frequent. When you earn something from your salary or your income or any your plants or anything, then you have to remember the poor. But these people will say you have to wait till when is that Eid. You know the time they celebrate the Eid al-Fitr, that's the time they give their zakat. So if I'm poor, I have to wait for the zakat in this time.
So that
period.
one too is not right.
It's wrong the way they do it.
How are they supposed to do it?
It's in the Quran. The way they are supposed to do it, for instance, you find it in the Quran, in Quran chapter 6, verse 140, the evidence is there. You find it in the Quran, it has to be stipulated there where you get the evidences on. God says you have to give on the day, you give the due on the day of harvest. And harvest, if you are not a farmer, meaning you are earning salary. So that's your harvest. So then you go and give to somebody who is in need. That is what humanity is for. So worshiping God is not all about prayer. You go to the masjid early, they are running, going to the masjid to go and do it. That is not worshiping God. Then we go about the fasting. The fasting they are doing, God says you should break the fasting at night. Quran chapter 2, verse 187. They break the fasting at sunset. God of all people knows the difference between Layl, chapter 92, verse 1, it's night. Then he knows what is called Maghrib, and he's mentioned it in Quran chapter 18, verse 80. The word Maghrib is there. If God wanted to say Maghrib, he would have said break the fast at sunset. God says at night, they break it at sunset. So, Maame Grace, if you are the boss and you tell me to come to work at 1 o'clock and close at 7 o'clock, and I come 1 and close at 6, have I fulfilled your instructions? The answer is no. I have not. So there's a problem. Then the last one is the Hajj, which I already talked about in the beginning. So the Hajj they do, they go to stone the devil. Which person in his right frame of mind thinks the devil will be seated in Saudi Arabia when there are places like America, Russia, and so on for him to go and have fun? To go and sit in Saudi Arabia for who to stone him? And by the way, how can you stone a spirit? Something you cannot see.
You tell us, you people have been stoned.
Seal.
You said you are not.
Thank you.
I'm now getting now.
So now all these things are not found here. Stoning of the devil is not here. It's not here. Kissing of the black stone, it's not here. They say there is a stone sent from paradise. It's not here. I dare any scholar watch. Come and prove black stone here. It's not there. Stoning the devil is not here. Thank you. That is Obosom. That's why they fight with each other to kiss the stone. And by the way, in the masjid, in the mosque, they say they shouldn't join men and women together in one place. But when you go there kissing the stone, men and women are pressing each other, squeezing each other just to kiss a stone. Maame Grace.
Hey!
So, what is your Islam? That is their Islam. My Islam is from the book of God.
So yours Islam, you don't go to kiss the stone?
No.
You don't go to Mecca?
Oh, I can go to Mecca, but I'm going there as a pilgrimage to visit the place, see the sights. It's just like the concept of pilgrimage in the Quran is just like a student who has gone to the museum to see some artifacts concerning what you understand?
The history he wants
exactly.
to know about.
That is what going to Hajj is about. You are going to an ancient place which you understand, which is there, you go and visit. That is it, and call on God. Then you go. There's no such thing as you are even looking for Zamzam. They say holy water. Maame Grace.
Zamzam. Omoton.
Yes. Can you imagine? Zamzam water when it's not mentioned here.
Aye.
And they even say it's holy water. And it's still not found in this book. And when I'm putting this book, Baba Shuaib, I've translated a fully translated Quran. It took me 6 years to translate. This book, you're seeing, has been translated and it's international. That's the Quran.
Translated into what?
From English. Arabic to English, but global English, like an English which is suitable for all.
I understand. I just
aspects.
want to know. Right now, all this problem you are addressing, all this problem, what brought about it?
Thank you. Mankind in general, they hate simplicity. Mankind in general, we hate simplicity. If you make something simple for a human being, they hate it. They don't like it. So academically, even in school, when you are given assignments and it's too easy, you boast, you feel proud, you're like, this is too easy. So you don't want to complicate things. This is what the human nature. It started with Adam. Don't go next to the tree, I'll go. Then things become complicated. Quran chapter 22 verse 78 here, God says he is the one who has chosen you and has not placed any difficulty upon you in the religion. Maame Grace, if I'm practicing religion and it becomes difficult, can it be from God?
You have to tell me. But, so is God watching?
24/7. He's there.
So why is he allowing this abosumsum food?
Thank you. You see, let me give you the example to your question. It's like watching football. There's a referee, right? The referee sometimes will allow things to go on and sometimes will what? Intervene. Sometimes he allows. He will like play on. Let's go. God is actually the judge. He's a referee. We have seen examples in the Quran where he terminates people, like Pharaoh and so on. Then the same God says he's merciful. Sometimes he leads you on. He gives you the chance to repent. But it keeps going on. What these idol worshippers are doing is not as if God doesn't know. He mentioned it in Quran chapter 6 verse 112 concerning the fabrications they are doing. And he is telling we the enlightened ones, leave them and what they fabricate. So when I leave them, it means I'm God conscious. So I'm listening to what he says. So let the ones who don't want to be God conscious keep following. That's why there's a judgment day. Because if God destroys them now, then what are we waiting judgment day for?
Apart from all these things you just said, what should we run away when we see them do that? These are abosumsum people. Bring it to the lowest level that everybody will understand. 5 things they do that point fingers at them that these people not. Hey, apparently you guys are boka.
They are proper boka. Quran chapter 6 verse 125. God says, whomever God intends to guide, he expounds his bosom to the submission. Then he says, and whomever he intends to send astray, he renders his bosom tight and narrow as if he were escalating into the sky. That's that God puts filth upon those who do not believe. Now, Quran chapter 16 verse 104, God says he will not guide, those who do not believe in his verses, he will not guide them. That's a condition, first of all. But in order for God to actually expound somebody's bosom to the submission, the person has to be qualified for it. How does a person qualify to become guided by God? First of all, God wants repentance. Meaning, okay, I've made a mistake. God, forgive me. I want to be guided by you. Because in Quran chapter 1 verse 1, when you read up to 7, we are telling God, we worship you and we seek you for help. Then we tell God, guide us to the straight path. You see, we are telling God, we are not telling anybody that guide us. So guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have favored. Because the prophets of God, they didn't choose themselves. God chose them. It's by favor. That's why we say faith is a gift. So when you are given the gift, you grasp it. You don't say, I'm beyond this gift, or this gift is too small. So now, if God is the one to guide us, in Quran chapter 2 verse 38, he told Adam, Eve, and all the ones he created that go down, descend from where I've given you the garden, descend out, because they broke his rules. So then he says, guidance, if guidance comes from me to you, whoever will follow my guidance will not fear nor grieve. So in order to have simplicity, you have to always go back to God. And where do we find God? We go to the book of God in order to listen to the words of God. That is where guidance is found. So Quran chapter 42 verse 52, God says by it is going to guide whoever wants to follow his guidance. That's the book he's going to use to guide. Quran chapter 42 verse 52.
So the people, are they not using Quran?
They don't.
They don't use Quran?
Superficially.
They don't use Quran?
Superficially.
Is that, are they not part of those who read the Quran and sing with it?
Reading is different from following.
So that is one. I said give me 5 things they do.
Okay.
So now
Thank
they
you.
don't use Quran.
Five things they do.
That's when you look, you see, you should run.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Maame Grace, this program is going to actually be fire. Now, one, the 5 prayers they do is not from God.
You have said that one.
I've said that one. So I should start all over with something
No,
different.
just 5 simple things.
Yes, so that is a simple thing to find.
You have, that one I have asked you and you have explained. That
And then-
it is 3 and they
And
do
then
4.
when they say that Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu annam, I bear witness that there is no God, and then they will go to the worst of stupidity, and then they will say, and Muhammad is his slave. We are not the slaves of God, by the way. We are actually the servants of God, not slaves. A slave
Servant
doesn't...
and slave.
Yes, there's a big difference, actually. In Arabic, they all come from the same roots, but they have different branches. Just like a root, one seed can be planted, but when it's uprooted and germinating, it sprouts and it brings branches, right? Okay, so when you say slave, a slave is someone who doesn't have a choice. God has given us free will in the Quran, it's stated there. Quran chapter 18 verse 29, it says the truth is from your Lord, whoever wills let him believe, whoever wills let him disbelieve. Can a slave have that choice? No, Muhammad is not a slave of God, he's a servant of God. He serves God. He can decide to not to follow God, or he can decide to follow God.
Okay.
So now they go to the extent to say Muhammad is his slave. That is another stupidity. He's not his slave, he's his servant. Then again, that is the second thing that you observe them doing. Then again, they will go to the extent to limit Islam to rituals. So somebody will be, he hates you, but he say, I'm going to pray. Nazwa, going to the mosque, then he's going to stand in front of God. But let somebody put a nice shoe there, he will take it away and go.
Thieves.
Yes. Tifri, they will do it without actually having this, the empathy or the sympathy to actually say, okay, I'm with God, so let me avoid these things. No. So these things, the ritual aspect doesn't even change them. They keep doing all these things, and then they think Islam is all about that. And then you are okay.
That is 3.
So rationality is missing in them, those people, rationality. When we say rationality, the level of how a person uses his logic and reasoning in order to even ask necessary questions. And I've seen some scholars, I won't call them scholars, some people who came on your platform, and I see them as comedians, and they are claiming to be, and they say things, and I'm like, you don't find these things here. Even the hadith, in the hadith they are claiming, you don't find it the way they are saying it. So the point is, by the way, that's why I'm called the correctional officer. So the point is, when you are dealing with people, in order to assess people, you have to check their level of IQ first.
Imagine,
I'm serious. When some people call themselves scholars, when I put them on the scale of IQ, I just look at them and I have to walk away, because the IQ itself is kaput. The IQ, the intelligent quotient, is kaput. So how did the person even become a scholar of Islam to even talk about Islam? And by the way, his lamb, not even the Islam here. Because they don't talk about what is here.
Okay, that is 3.
Okay. Then again, when it comes to hatred, these people can show you hatred, but guess what? They will prefer to have friends. This is not to incite any hatred or violence. If a Christian says Jesus is God, a Sunni Muslim or Shia Muslim will happily be a friend of a Christian who says Jesus is God than a Muslim who says, stop practicing idol worship in Islam. Let's follow the book of God. He would rather hate me than to hate a Christian. You understand? So he will show the Christian that I'm not saying they should hate Christians. According to God, Quran chapter 109, you practice your deen, I practice mine. I can't force you. Quran chapter 2, verse 256, it says there is no compulsion in the deen. Because it belongs to God. It's okay. If God wanted to force people, will he need people to force other people to become Muslims? No. God will have forced you by your own spirit to guide you, just like he guided some of the people, like Jonah. Prophet Jonah, the story is found in the Quran. God pushed him to go and do something because he was being rebellious. So if God actually wanted to guide everybody, nobody can say no. So now you don't get angry with people because they have different views from you by telling you the truth. But what we find is Quran chapter 43 verse 78, God says, we have brought you the truth, but most of you hate the truth. So they hate the truth.
Okay, so that is 4.
Good. The last one is when you are dealing with these people when it comes to agreements. They can break an agreement without actually thinking twice. And that is one of the things God actually tells us to keep the loyalty. Quran chapter 4.
You don't have loyalty.
No. Quran chapter 4 verse 58. And I'm saying that emphatically to the sectarians. Loyalty is out of the equation.
You are watching the biggest. So in this case, since they are idol worshippers, this Shia and the rest, Shia, Sunnah,
Tijaniya,
Ahmadiyya.
You mentioned them. So far as they claim they are Muslim.
They are all idol worshippers.
Yes.
So these people and our traditional worshippers, what's the difference between these two?
No difference.
They are the
because
same
the traditional
people.
worship is going to kiss a stone, show love to the stone. What is the difference?
And you are also doing the same.
You are doing the same.
So they are the same.
They even bow down to the stone as
well. Okay. My last question, then you get into your topic. Do you people, the original Muslims, do you practice the Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr, the one you kill cow and goat and cook and share it with people? Do you practice it?
I practice the version from the Quran.
Which is
the slaughtering of animal is there. You know, God has given us 8 types of livestock. Quran chapter 39 verse 6, you've seen, he mentioned 8. Then when you go to Quran chapter 6, you start from reading from 140 downwards, you see the 8 types of livestock he has given us. Now these 8 livestock, we have camel, 2, male and female. We have cow, 2, male and female. We have goat, 2, male and female. We have sheep, male and female. Okay. Now this is 8 that he has given us for that animal sacrifice. This animal sacrifice can be found in Quran chapter 22, verse 34 to verse 36, that he has given us to slaughter the animals. But the misconception here is the sectarians have actually pinpointed certain time frames to be done, which is not actually stipulated by God here. So they will say the Eid al-Fitr is after that, we call it the Eid of breaking the fast, after the Ramadan fasting. Then they have Eid al-Adha, that is the animal slaughtering. So the Adha is about sacrifice. The sacrifice can be found in the Quran, but I repeat, not in the concept they are given. People should slaughter. So yes, we slaughter animal when it's due. That can be done as a sacrifice. And God doesn't need the blood, neither does he need the meat. He only needs the piousness because it's an instruction to do it. So we do it in order to show our piety.
So traditional worshippers are slaughtering goats.
Yes.
You are also slaughtering goats.
Yes.
Slaughtering goats.
Yes.
And you are calling somebody an idol worship. Are you all people not the same?
Thank you. God says there is no deity except him. Traditional is doing to another deity. He's doing to a stone, or he's doing to a jinn, or he's doing to his ancestors. I'm doing it to the creator of the heavens and the earth, who is also a deity, but the only deity. That's the difference.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. Hey, religion, how Africa for? Can we live without all these books and live our life?
It's impossible.
Oh, why is it impossible?
Thank you. I told you since day one, the prominent people God has sent on earth has to do with God. It's impossible not to do with God. Even if you are the devil, you still have to do that with God. Because the devil has to even...
So everybody has to do with a particular God or the same God?
Not a particular God.
So which one are the Chinese and the Japanese are doing?
Quran chapter 30, verse 21 to 22. The same God who created all of us in different colors, different languages, the same God is one. He created all of us. So we don't give that credit to another deity. We have actually transgressed his rules. It's only one God.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying, that the Chinese are not actually using Quran.
Some of them use.
Some of them, so all the rest are idol worshippers.
That's how, yeah, they can choose to be. That's why I say we are servants of God. We are not slaves.
Right now, I want to make it straight.
Yes.
That everybody, all the people in the world, those who are using the original Quran that you are holding, those are the children of God. Is that correct?
No, those are serving God. You can be holding something, but you don't practice it.
So if I'm saying that, okay, let's say those who are holding the Quran and practicing it
yes.
are those who are worshiping God.
But not only them.
So what else?
Because God didn't send only the Quran. He has revealed the Torah. He has revealed the Injil. He has revealed the Al-Furqan. He has revealed the Quran. Those people using what God has revealed. That's the right statement.
That's the right statement. So those who are using the Bible.
God never revealed a book called Bible.
It's not easy.
I know.
You have 60% of the Bible in Quran.
Yes, but God never revealed a book. Even Bible is not mentioned here.
Is it the name or the words that makes the word of God?
The name gives it credibility. Quran mentions Quran, and you find Quran in the Quran.
Quran is Arabic language.
Yes, in English that
so
means
if the Japanese call Quran in their language, is it not the same book?
Yes, it's the same book, just a different name.
So if the Bible is another name, is it not book?
Okay, so what is another name for Bible according to God?
What is English name of Quran?
Reading.
Reading.
The reading.
So the Bible is the reading.
No. Bible doesn't mean that.
Hey, what will Africa do to do away with these books?
It's impossible.
Oh my
to
God!
Do away. But you see, you can't have the truth without falsehood, and you can't have yes without no.
So, where would this lead us?
To God.
These divisions.
To God again. That's why there's judgment day.
So some will go to hell.
Obviously.
So you believe that your grave will turn into Trasako?
I have to work towards it. I don't
want
to use the word believe.
So when you work towards it,
and
your grave you are successful. Your grave will turn into Trasako.
Trasako is just low.
I like we had one man here who said when they go to heaven, you for the alcohol here, when you drink you misbehave. You watch that episode. Don't laugh. What do you have to say about that? Is that true? You want to fly and land in between the legs of a woman. That's why you are suffering like this.
No. I told you they are not my colleagues. You are still.
No, from that side.
That is the point.
Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, so those who are burning the Bible and
Quran,
they are all from.
Yes, that side.
That's the
point.
So original from you from saying.
The Muslim.
That's
a submitter. You don't add any name and say Sunni Muslim, Shia Muslim, Tijani. No. The moment you hear that signature, that's a mushrik.
The national chief imam, does it belong to you here?
It belongs to Tijani. It doesn't belong here.
So there are two problems.
If you understand it that way, yes.
If I understand, is it not you who is saying that?
No. Because I'm not here to talk about an entity.
I'm not talking about an entity.
Thank you.
These are people who have become idol worshippers.
I don't care about the people. I care about what the religion says that people
practice. Is it not the people that makes this part falsehood?
Thank you. But I'm not here to talk about an entity alone.
Oh. Hey, today we had a man of God on this platform who said that the pastors are all from Mammon. The big ones, the fat ones, they are enemy to the country. Now we are having another Islam brother who is also saying that the majority are also idol worshippers.
I'm not saying
it's
found in the Quran. Quran chapter 12.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm not pointing an entity.
That's not saying that. You mentioned particular groups.
Group I can mention. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. So if one person entity belong to that group, are you a coward?
Mami Grace. No.
You came with so much confidence.
No. Mami, I'm still confident.
So what is this?
I'll tell you emphatically. I, on my platform, I don't just single-handedly talk about just one.
I'm not even mentioning anybody. What I'm saying is now,
don't do that.
Tijanias, this is a Tijania or your idol worshipper. So if I belong to Tijania, automatically I am an idol worshipper.
Since you know, why will you now go to the extent to single-handedly mention one person?
No, I'm asking that because you see we are touching base with the top notch. Like a
Maame Grace, who controversy, Papa?
Why do you say this? We want to know whether idol worshiping has Didi ko. Say Didi akosro I can say baby.
No. But men fan ko entity. Minya bo group na.
Obo group.
Maame Grace.
Obo group no. Na say ba omi awo oye Tijania. Automatically he's an idol worship. You were coward.
No, I'm not.
Swear.
Oh, Maame Grace.
Oh, it's okay. Don't mention anybody. It's okay. Me myself. I don't want
Thank
problem.
you. Is Baba Shuaib sitting here? You want to mention Baba Shuaib? We can mention Baba Shuaib. I'm not here to mention somebody's name.
Oh, but the group you mentioned.
Exactly.
So all those in Shia.
They are mushriks.
Tijaniya.
They are mushriks.
Ahmadiyya.
Sunnah, mushriks.
Ahmadiyya.
Mushriks.
Sunnah.
Mushriks.
Abosomsomfo.
Thank you. That I'm not scared to say. But I don't single and
so wherever you are,
that you know
and
yourself.
whoever you are, whether you were president, whether you were leader, whether you were sheikh, whether you are whoever, we are mushrik. Hey! And I can you people are deceiving us.
Grace, and I can prove that. So it's not like just saying it by word. I can prove it.
By what? Quran.
Thank you.
Hey. You are watching the biggest one. I'm even tired. How I wish I am the president. Like I would broscoto all these books and everything away. So I will set something for Africans. This thing is driving us to where I don't know. Anyways, this is one of our brothers. Fine brother.
Maame Grace, by the way.
Do you have a history of Ghana?
Yes. By the way.
Tell us, how did Quran get here?
Quran is for mankind, by the way.
How did it get here?
Oh, thank you. I will tell you. When you are delivering a message, I'm coming to your answer. When you are delivering a message and the sender knows the addressee, that where he's going, he will find you.
You came here to talk in Proverbs.
Okay.
Here they plain. Oh. Okay. Here plain.
Maame Grace, I'll be plain.
So what is your Islam?
Quran chapter 57 verse 4. God is with you wherever you are. So if I'm in China, he's with me. If I'm in Japan, he's with me. And he has a message for me. Are you telling me God will not let the message reach me?
Most definitely. That's why he is God.
Thank you. So now if I'm in Ghana, it will reach me. DHL is bringing me a package. I don't care where it passed through before reaching Ghana. All I care about the package. Yeah, is it mine? Oh, me didn't that song. Yes, thank you.
For the baby, I will be a minimum.
Thank you.
No, I better Quran.
Thank you.
Ne submission. No, I better be so idol worship.
It's
okay.
The same. No, Maame kind. No. I have to talk. That part. Nyameno ma. Sa nyameno. Obo. Sorona sa nyankopon. Oma will be idol worship. They invented it. That's why I tell you, the people create their versions of religion. That's why we call it man-made religion.
What is your Islam?
Thank you. I
that
just
is your
told
topic.
them. I just told them. Yeah, I told them their version of Islam. And if they want to know my version of Islam, it's the opposite of what they do.
So you are done teaching? I
believe in God. By the way, let me reiterate this statement. I believe in God. I believe in his messengers, his angels, his books. His books, I repeat, his messengers. I believe in Prophet Muhammad. I believe in Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. I follow the messenger as he followed this book. Now, in Quran, this Quran, God is asking us to follow what he has revealed. Quran chapter 7, verse 3. It's asking we, the mankind, people in general, to follow what he has revealed. I believe in this book and I follow it. But they are two different things. They are not the same. You can believe in something here, but you don't need to follow it. I don't need to follow everything I found in this book. Yes, but I need to believe everything. So I believe in the entirety of the book, but I don't follow everything. So your question should come, then I will explain to you why.
Why?
Thank you. God talks about the devil in this book. And the same God says in Quran chapter 2, verse 208, that I should enter entirely into submission to him, but I should not follow the footsteps of the devil. But yet, he spoke about the footsteps of the devil here.
So you take that one out.
Thank you. I will not follow that. It's there. I believe. That's what the devil did. I will not follow. Pharaoh is here. Whatever Pharaoh did is here. I see it. I see his pride and everything. I don't need to follow that. I see Haman and so on, all their acts. I don't need to follow it. But it's there. So, but I believe what is stated to me, but I don't follow that. You see the difference? So Quran chapter 39 verse 55, God says we should follow the best of what he has revealed. So the best is to choose the prophets and the messengers, the best things they've done. That is what I follow. So you can see the simplicity. I was surprised you didn't ask me my jewelry, my this. Why am I wearing? Because the so-called.
And they said you people are wearing silver here. So when you go there, they will. The one that said you don't wear chain here because when you die, they will hang your this in your neck. Is that not what you want to answer?
It's not there. I told you those are not my colleagues.
But that's why I stopped asking you, because if I ask you, you say they are not your colleagues.
Because it's not here.
And so why should I ask you?
But you are telling me.
But
so
I ask you, if you go to heaven, will you marry 72?
No, it's not here. Also.
It's not in the Quran.
No, it's not. No 72 virgins here.
So okay, now the Muslims that are also preaching the Bible.
Which Muslims are those?
So you said the other ones. The Muslims that are also preaching
so
the Bible.
So they preach the Bible?
Yes.
Okay.
The platform, you know this platform.
Oh, no, I'm...
So I'm asking, are they also part of the Abosum Fall?
Yes, they are actually. Because the ones who are using the Bible, I will tell you why. Because most of them that I know, they still follow the sectarian version of Islam. They don't follow the version of God. The man-made version is what they follow.
Hey. Me, those who are so right now, what advice do you have for those who are there but they don't know? Some don't know.
Rationality.
Some don't know.
Rationality. You see, rationale, when a human being is willing to use his logic, according to God, Quran chapter 25, verse 44, he's asking us there, do you think most of them listen or reason? Then he says they are just like livestock. Not me saying it. God said it. It's in the Quran, chapter 25, verse 44. He says most of the people are just like livestock because they cannot listen and reason. Academically, if a student sits in the classroom and he doesn't listen, he can never reason. So
it's not even only a student, even in Akan language.
Thank you.
So being behaving well, they either now we are more livestock. Why are more the animal behavior?
Thank you.
So right now, let me ask this before I forget.
Okay.
They said Muhammad, he was a gay. And he was a pedophile. You have heard all these things.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Is there any truth in it?
It's not here.
It's not in the Bible?
No.
Now all these people wrote it on his head.
That's the enemies of the prophet and God. God said it in Quran that these are the enemies of the prophet. Quran chapter 6 verse 112, that's 112 to 113. It's stated there emphatically that the enemies of the prophet will write decorative speech in order to deceive the people.
Including Aisha's case?
Yes. Because according to Quran, prophet never married a girl. He married women. And a woman is an adult female.
Hey!
Yeah. Aisha was not a woman. And the name Aisha is not here also.
Aisha is not in the Quran.
No, it's not. So this is the concept I'm telling you. Man-made concepts. They created and formulated this.
Please, how many types of Quran do you have?
How many types?
I just want to be sure.
You see, the enemies of God again invented books, just like we have Bible, different versions. They invented that to confuse the narrative. According to God, Quran chapter 4, verse 82, when somebody brings you the Quran, God is telling you to contemplate. If it is not from God, you will find numerous discrepancies or contradictions. That's how to decipher. When somebody brings you a Quran, if right now I give you this book and I say it's a book of God, your duty is to find discrepancies or contradictions.
So the dressing,
Which
things
one?
they wear and they are eche, and the jarabia and the things.
According to the Quran, jalabia is only for women. Jalabia was only mentioned for women to wear. Nowhere in the Quran does it say wear jalabia as a man. This is the concept the Arabs gave them. It's mental slave. Yes. So some people watching will be surprised that this guy is talking about the Quran, he's wearing necklace, he's wearing this, hey, this cannot
But
be
that thing, what is the truth in it?
It's not true. It's not here also. There's no where God says man cannot wear. Actually, I can give you a verse where God says I can wear bracelet and thank him for it. Quran chapter 35, verse 12. You can wear jewelry.
What about marrying for?
Marrying for is a condition. And it doesn't say men should just go and marry for. God gave Adam one wife. So you think this same God who gave Adam garden and gave him one wife, the same God couldn't have decided to give him 72 as they claim?
Hey!
God says he doesn't burden a soul beyond his means. It is a human being who would rather burden himself. What God recommended is one woman, if you want to remain just. And he said in Quran chapter 4, verse 129, you can never be able to act just.
Why is your mosque? Let me come there. That when I marry, nobody will marry anybody. Me too. for me to kill. Where is your mosque?
Actually, I do my lectures, everything online.
No, where you are here, you go to mosque.
I pray at home.
At home, you don't go.
Which mosque?
That
They are idol worshippers. Quran chapter 9 verse 107. Mami Grace.
So going to the mosque too is part.
Idol worship.
Now,
I'll tell you why. Yes, Omdoso. I'll tell you why. Because number one.
No more Sunday, no more day. Idol worshippers.
Yes, and it goes against the Quran again.
Jesus. These people wicked me.
Yes, it goes against God again. Concerning their salat, what even the abhorrence thing that I can talk about is even that when they are praying and making loud, it goes against the Quran.
Hey, Allah!
I'm going to yes.
Akbar.
Yes, not even that. Whilst they are doing the prayer, even itself, it goes against God again. I'm going to give you a verse. Quran chapter 17, verse 110. God says, وَلَا تَجَهَرْ بِصَلَاتِكَ وَلَا تُخَافِدْ بِهَا وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا. Says, do not be loud with your prayer, nor be silent with it, but seek a means in between. So why be loud with the mic? Who are you trying to talk to? You're talking to God. God can hear. Does God need mic to be spoken to?
Hey. No more.
It goes against. Yes.
The same noise.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not from God. God never wants you to disturb other people's peace. And that's why I say, if my Zongo people especially will come back to what God says, we will have simplicity. Then we will not have the moi among us. Yes. Mba, according to the Quran. And I can give you the verse. Quran chapter 33, verse 59. Jalabi bihinna is mentioned for the women. Nowhere is it mentioned in the Quran mention well jalbab or jalabi bi.
It's an important one. I want to marry a Muslim this year.
But which type of Muslim?
That's why I'm asking a lot of questions.
Okay, bring it. I'm waiting. My embry.
I hear that the dawn prayer. When you people are going to do the dawn prayer and your wife wants sex.
Don't say we people.
Okay, those who do the dawn prayer, are you part?
I pray at home, I told you.
At home, yeah, but you do the dawn one.
Yeah, the dawn. Yes.
So when your wife says, yeah, I want sex, because of the dawn prayer, you refuse.
Oh, no, the dawn prayer can just last 10 minutes.
So if the person is on heat, you
should
wait.
Because I'll tell you emphatically, we are talking about Islam, but let me tell you the reality. Most of the time, even women, when a man is on heat, women say, I need to use the washroom. Sometimes it can take 10 to 15 minutes. So if the man can wait, a woman can also wait. Well, let me go and see my God and come.
Oh, okay. So they will wait.
That's it. You do me, I do you. Yes.
So if you want it at that time, they allow you.
Exactly.
You won't give
10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I can go and serve my God and come back. Everything else can. God says don't put anything before him.
But they said you should not also sleep with somebody you have not married. What about that one?
They said you should. They said who? They are saying you need to understand the concept of marriage. Adam, did he go to somebody's parent to marry a child? No. Eve, did she go to somebody's parent to marry somebody? You need to understand the concept of marriage.
Tell me.
Thank you. Moses in the Quran, in Quran chapter 27, verse 24, when you read downwards, he went to Midian and got married. Now, the marriage only happened between him and the father of the lady. That's it. No other people.
That's
extra things they add. It's not also here. Yes, they added a lot of things and they made it shackle to the neck that as if you don't do that, that is not Islam. You see the point?
The one they said if you are you were Christian and you give birth, that child, what do you call it?
No, ask them. Don't ask me that.
But you hear what they call the child.
That is a vagabond or what are they saying?
They have a name. What's the name?
That the kid is not a Muslim or what?
A Christian, non-Muslim, make a child with a Muslim. They have a name for the child. Oh.
No. That is outside wedlock. That's the shaggy.
What do you call bastard?
But shaggy. That's a word.
There's another one. I know your abominable name be. Oh. When Obi Kwatrim Penano or Wuba, Sakola move.
And then shaggy.
No.
Oh, and now me catch on. Out of wedlock, na shaggy.
They have a name for it.
Dienzina.
No.
Mami Grace, let's make it simple. I'm from the Zongo side, so I'm telling you, Dien Shaggy. Then Shaggy.
No.
But dear one so.
Eno wo ho.
And I is Zungu word.
Yeah, a Islamic word.
No, anyhow.
But now come to me bomb our.
But anyhow, because according to the Quran, Maryam ewuba, Jesus ewuba bawawari. According to the Quran, wari. So is Jesus also that?
Shege.
Oyebia.
I'm asking you.
No, I want you to help me. So Mary they never married according to the Quran, and she gave birth to Jesus. So also Jesus or Shegiana.
So why all these things?
We are complicating things. I just simplified it for you. Human beings, we make things.
Okay, now 1 million people are watching us, and your own people are watching you. The advice you have for us as Africans and all the abusumsum and how we are messing everything up and what it is bringing upon our lives. Please send message.
We will need to use rationality. We need rationale to actually understand things, question our scholars, how they started with us, because the mistake we made it. They escaped from the beginning by we not asking them the necessary questions from the beginning. So it is already almost like too late to now asking the question which start from like class 1 again. That is where the problem is. The correctional officer, Baba Shuaib, my duty is to lead my people back to the guidance of God. Even in the Bible, I think the book of Isaiah is saying the lack of knowledge, my people perish. Now, when people don't actually seek knowledge and think these scholars who sit on the podium or stand on the podium and they have all the right to speak about religion, it becomes problematic. According to Quran chapter 3 verse 78, it's actually telling us what people do. They will twist the words of God with their tongues to make you consider it is from the book, while it is not from the book. Now, if you don't study the book, how can you know the scholar is lying? So academically, even in the classroom, your teacher is teaching and you, the student, have not studied. Tell me if your teacher makes a mistake, who will correct the teacher? So what I'm doing, my lectures all over the world, people appreciate the efforts I make to take people back to the original script, meaning how God wants us to act. So if you want to apply your rationality, don't take emotions, because correctional officer, I don't tolerate emotional people watching me. My words are straightforward. Even though, unfortunately, Mami Grace think I'm scared, but no, I'm not a coward. I can say things bluntly, but I don't want single-handedly tagging one person just to, you understand, to feel like I'm attacking a personality. But then, try your best to assess what God tells you. If a scholar says something, please ask them for a proof. It doesn't matter who they are. Ask them for a proof so that you go and rectify, check it for yourself, cross-check it, and then you will see whether there are loopholes or not. So I will say thank you to my viewers, to the viewers who actually support the lectures I give out there. I know I have a lot of enemies due to the truth I speak, but who cares? I stand for God.
You stand for God.
So, time for Veferi.
So, time for Veferi. Hey, this case is serious.
It is serious. I'm correctional officer. Correctional officer is
so these people are worshiping idol.
They are. I'm not joking.
And they come after me as if me, mum, I'm rather the devil.
They are even worse than you. I'm sorry to say.
Than me? Just yeah. I'm worse.
No. I'm saying
they are worse. Mama correction officer. Why do you say so? You see, me won't. The way, anyways, you have said your own. Abusia, I hope you are not living now. So if in case they call you live, you are able to come and address this issue.
Oh, sure. I can actually...
Live, I can open the phone lines for people to ask you questions. You get it, if you can make it.
Yes. Are we streaming live?
Right now, we are not live.
Okay.
This is pre-recording.
Okay.
But the pre-recording goes, I want to know if you will make live so I can announce it.
When?
When this go, no, we can go the next day, live. That one
you mean
is,
the next day?
Yes.
I can be available on Monday, not the next day. Monday, I can be here.
Okay. I don't know when this will be ready, but you will communicate.
Yeah, let's communicate.
Live, that one, people will ask you questions, not me.
I'm open for it. Because this is what I do on my platform.
Okay, so I will open phone lines.
Yes.
Then your people will ask you questions.
Yes.
And the Abosomsum also can take advantage and bring the questions.
I'm all ready.
So Abusia, vote him live and let him come and address issues. Because what he's saying is a lot. Just almost so. almost all of them, like 90% abosomsomfo. Hey, this is hilarious. Or say mokramu you worse than me. Just a mekra akọ me. Hi!
Maame Grace.
Hey!
Excuse me, sir. I said I use the word excuse me.
Yeah.
Based on their statement is what I'm comparing.
Do you think I don't understand?
No, I know you are. But I need to.
I understand the Bible. Said
Grace.
you more can me put me better than them. I understand.
Yes. That's the point.
You think I don't understand? Ebusia vote him life no brana ye ne vibe. Na mun bisa no questions na omo to me ba ha no mun frɛ no na abosomsomfo no mun frɛ bosomgu no so. Na ready ani Nyankopɔn no be.
Omo bosomo no need to me.
You need to me. You thank you so much for coming. I'll call you for live. Myself, I
it.
voted live. You can also vote live, so we bring him and then have a conversation with him. A lot is going on.
Before I leave, I want you to confess to me. Did I put fire in you or not?
Like with this episode?
Yes.
I have seen the worst things in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, did I cause controversy based on the topics, the people who come?
Yes, because it's not only the people who come, but sometimes it looks like it's only the Christians who are having issues. Okay?
Yes.
But apparently, low key, there are issues everywhere.
Thank you.
So it's like one so what be another portion, okay? But like I always say me can say Islam no. I'm schooling no. I'm in school. Me can say Islam no. Omo wo traditions bi wo mu a mepe. To say like how they bury obi wu a how omo see nipa no omo waste a lot of money.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Even their way of burial is from the hadith, not from the Quran. Quran wants it to be simple.
That's what the simplicity of it.
Say compared to Christians, say better. Yeah, I agree. But
you're more better here.
Yeah, Quran. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So it's still better.
Yeah. Quran chapter 5, verse 27 up to 31.
There are things I personally like about it. It doesn't mean say me like, but I mean we are reading, and when you see some of the things, and simple cry, now my life are easy. So when they vote you live and you come, the people will ask you questions because it's about them.
I need to clear a point before I go. Some of them will call me a spy. Some of them will call me a hypocrite. Some of them will say I was paid. Some of them will say I'm a madman. Some of them will say, what are the rest? These are what they will say.
Well, you don't have more names than I do, so forget.
They also tag you. Okay, but what I'm saying is, these are the names they will start saying. That is because the truth has actually pierced them.
Okay. You don't worry, we will meet on live sessions. We open phone lines. So when they say you are lying, you will address it.
I will address it. I will hope, I will pray it falls on Monday.
Don't worry. Well, I will make it happen.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Maame.
I will say thank you so much for watching your biggest and you wanted to shake hands. Yes. Thank you for watching the biggest and the largest. Your social media handles.
By the way, they don't do this. The other colleagues.
They don't do this.
That's why I did it too.
I don't mean some I
don't know.
Sorry.
So my social media handles is Bush2G9. You find me by the name like President Bush. So Bush and the number 2 and then G and then 9 with the name Correctional Officer or Baba Shuaib. As you see the logo on my head, the cap. That's where you found on all the platforms. I'm there. The biggest platform I have is TikTok, but then I have YouTube and I have Facebook and so on. You find me all.
Okay, so you can direct all your questions there and vote live. So we bring him and have a conversation. Also, are there all the scholars? Into you feel so up there now? For the platform is open and it is for free. Shalom.